Hello and welcome to the In Focus series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh and in today's video we will be discussing about the problem of antibiotic resistance that is on a rise in our country. So first let us understand the timeline of the video. First we will be looking at the news. Then how serious is the issue of antibiotic resistance rising? Then what are the causes of antibiotic resistance and what are the probable solutions? In the end, our mains practice question. This topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 2, that is health. See, from exam perspective and especially from the mains and essay perspective, you should be able to know that what is antibiotic resistance and what are its solutions and what are its causes. So let's get started and see the news, and the news has been taken from Indian Express and it says how bad is the problem of antibiotic resistance and how to solve it. So first problem is that how bad is the situation. So it means the present situation is not good, and second is how to solve it. What are the measures that can be taken to solve it? So most important point is first we need to know what is antibiotic resistance. See, we all know about the bacterial diseases that are so deadly in nature, and if that is not cured on time, then it can even lead to death. See, so what happens is, for saving ourselves from those deadly diseases or from those bacterial diseases, what do? We take antibiotics to save our body or to save ourselves from those diseases. But now gradually and slowly what has happened is those bacteria, they have developed resistance. It means the bacteria has developed a resistance against those antibiotics. It means the bacteria has become so capable that they can even cover the antibiotics, and the antibiotics which we are taking to save ourselves from the bacterial diseases, that antibiotics is not working on those bacteria anymore because the bacteria has developed resistance against those antibiotics. So this is what is called antibiotics resistance. So it means that the antibiotics which we are taking is no more capable enough to save humans from those deadly bacteria. So let us first see what has happened is, according to the experts, what they are saying is that the threat of antibiotic resistance could take us back in time to when even simple infections were deadly, because with time, as we see that the antibiotic resistance is increasing because the number of diseases is increasing with each passing day, and plus the number of medicines or the number of antibiotics that we are taking is also increasing. The frequency of antibiotic intake in human body is increasing. Then the antibiotics were introduced to the world in the mid 20th century. So if we will not be able to solve this problem of antibiotic resistance, then there might be a time when we will go back to the times when it all started. Deaths attributable to infections dropped from over 50% to 10 to 15%. At the starting of the 20th century, when the antibiotics came into existence, then the death rate was 50%, but because of the antibiotics coming into existence, the death rate dropped to 10 to 15%. But if the problem of antibiotic resistance would not be solved, then we might in future go back to time when the death rate will also increase. Now let's see that how serious is the issue, or why is this issue in news, or why is this issue is rising also. Then according to a study in 2019, it says, and it found more than 1 million people a year died from infections linked to microbes that are resistant to antibiotics. So the important word here is resistant to antibiotics. So the microbes which are resistant to antibiotics, it means the antimicrobial resistance is rising. So because of this 1 million people are dying a year, and then more than those who died due to malaria or HIV AIDS. So it means according to this study of 2019, it says that the number of people who are dying from malaria or HIV AIDS is less than those who are dying from antimicrobial resistance. Then antibiotic resistance is one of the greatest challenges facing humanity in present times. And as the science is growing with each passing day, we need to find a solution to this. And it has been predicted that if the problem remains unsolved, then 10 million people could die as a result by 2050. 10 million people could die as a result by 2050. It means in the coming years, if the problem of antibiotic resistance would not solve, or the scientists or the researchers will not be able to solve it, then in the coming future we might see a lot number of people dying because of it. Then now let's talk about that what causes antibiotic resistance. What are the causes that it is getting increased? So it occurs when bacteria evolve to evade antibodies. So when the bacteria is able to hide itself, or when the bacteria becomes resistant itself, that the antibodies are not able to work on it. So that is what causes this antibiotic resistance. And overuse and misuse of antibiotics are the biggest drivers of resistance. See, overuse and misuse. The overuse problem is nowadays, and especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. So what happened during the COVID-19 pandemic was people became so prone to using the antibiotics that they are intaking the antibiotics on daily basis. So whenever the human body or anything which becomes overused, so the body also tends to become used to it. So the same thing was happening with the bacteria also, that the bacteria also became so resistant to it that now the antibiotics are not able to compete with the bacteria, because the bacteria has developed resistance against it. Then more we use antibiotics, worse the problem of antibiotic resistance becomes. So it means the overuse and the more and more use of antibiotic is what is creating the problem. So it is not that for every single problem, or for even a small problem, that the humans should go towards taking antibiotics. No, we should not overuse it, or we should not use it on daily basis, that even the human body or the bacteria or the fungi or the viruses or the microbes, they so adapt to it that they become resistant to it. Then the common ways bacteria evade antibiotics comes from mutations, because when the bacteria will mutate, then we need to find a new solution to get past it, because what we presently have will not work if the bacteria has done mutations. So if mutations would take place, then the science needs to be even more fast, so that we can find the solutions, and they can stop drugs from binding to bacteria. So these are about few of the causes. Then antibiotics work by binding to a specific target protein on a bacteria. See, like for example, imagine if this is a bacteria, then what happens is on the surface of the bacteria, see, antibiotics work by binding to a specific target protein on the bacteria. So on the surface of the bacteria there are proteins. So what happens is these antibiotics, they bind itself to this target protein on bacteria. So when it's entering to kill it from the inside, so when it tries to enter, they try to kill it. And penicillin, as we all know, was the first antibiotic. So penicillin was what happened with it was, penicillin weakens the bacterial cell wall, causing the cell to disintegrate. So what penicillin did was, if this is the bacterial cell wall, then penicillin tried to disintegrate this bacterial cell wall, so that when bacterial cell wall will disintegrate, then bacteria will not be able to survive. And the bacteria can also achieve resistance by producing proteins that inactivate or modify the antibiotic. So see, if the bacteria or the virus or the microbes or the fungi would become so used to that antibiotic, then what will happen? It will develop resistance against those antibiotics, and as a result, they will also start producing proteins that inactivate or modify the antibiotic. Then the antibiotic will not work, because the bacteria has developed a technique, I would say, so that they can inactivate or they can modify the antibiotic. So it no longer binds to the bacteria and does not cause any problem or damage to the bacteria, or the target protein is mutated, so the antibiotic can no longer bind to it. And mutation of the bacteria or the mutation of the targeted protein is what is the biggest problem that as scientists and researchers we face today. Then let's talk about the solutions. What can be the probable solutions that we can take? First and foremost is modifying existing antibiotics. Now that the antibiotics we are using has been quite old, and the bacteria or the microbes has developed resistance to it. So to break that chain of antibiotic resistance, we need to develop something new that the bacteria or the microbes are not used to, and so that they do not able to develop resistance against it. So modifying existing antibiotics would help. Then comes develop new antibiotics. So we need to make the new drugs so that the bacteria or the fungi or the microbes which has already entered our body and has developed different kind of resistance against so many antibiotics that we use, and have understood the mechanism of even our body and even also the working of the antibiotics, so that this chain of resistance would break. And when we can also take help from the science and the new techniques in science that is being evolved, like the artificial intelligence. Then comes the global fight against antibiotic resistance is lacking. To fight against something which is such a big and a hidden killer in the society, we need help from the governments, from the private players, from the civil societies, and many other also. And there is no longer a well organized and well funded, because many people have to come together, then only we will be able to fight against a monster or against a killer which is hidden, because we are not able to see it. And this needs, because the research and development, the science needs a lot of money, because the funding has to be there, then only the R&D of a country or of a nation can work. So we need to work together to fight against this hidden killer. Then comes buying time with antibiotic regulation. Some experts want more regulation of antibiotics, so their use is limited to situations when they are strictly necessary. See, this is what is more important, because regulation of antibiotics is important, because if regulation of antibiotics will not take place, then what will happen? People will go and take antibiotics for very simple uses also and for very small uses also, and this is what creates a problem. When we do a excessive intake of antibiotics, then our body becomes prone to it, and this is where the problem comes, because the bacteria or the microbes that are present inside our body are also becoming resistant to it. So if the regulation would be there on the sale of antibiotics, then less antibiotics will be taken, or less consumption of antibiotics will be done by the humans. Then as a result, slowly and gradually our body will also not be prone of it, and as a result the bacteria or the microbes will also not able to develop resistance against it. And as I've already told you, that one of the biggest example of this is that during the COVID-19 we developed a habit of consuming so many antibiotics that this problem of antibiotic resistance has increased. Then last but not the least is the mains practice question. This question is of 10 marks, and the question says why the problem of antibiotic resistance is rising and how can this problem be regulated in today's time. So first you have to write why, and then you have to write how it can be controlled also. So try to do your answer writing practice, and that's all for today. And Drishti IAS has also started a new program called News Analysis at 1 p.m. So you can also go and watch if you want to do your newspaper editorials and all the discussions regarding the newspaper. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.